If everybody takes and nobody gives, what gives then? In the last 30 years, since efficient market theory was anointed with the Nobel Prize, each one of us have done so much to propagate that theory. We have become torch bearers of our planet. Giving was a wonderful act, is a wonderful act, will always be a wonderful act. Have we given anything to anybody lately? Not the pittance or alms we dole out to hungry hands that slowly rise outside our comfort zone. I meant the giving as giving is meant to be. Giving ourselves also completely to our consumerist desires is not giving, it is selling out totally. Giving time to a family, giving hope to a despondent heart, giving smile to somebody who forgot how to smile, giving thought to a balanced future, our future, giving thought about giving. Why are we so afraid of giving? Heard about the great resignation of 2020s? It was not unlike the Great Depression of 1920s. Then the economy was depressed after a devastating global war. This time around, people everywhere seem to be depressed after what has been hailed as the golden run of capitalism that started somewhere around the 1970s and ended abruptly in 2020. The world had never seen so many people across the board resigning from so many industries en masse and disappearing into the hinterlands. Never before. A counter-trend to the exodus of all and sundry from hinterlands to capital hubs during the Industrial Revolution that started 300 years back? Maybe. When a civilization moves up economically so rapidly over the last 300 years, things like poverty, hunger, famine, and wars must have been obliterated during this process and period, right? Why didn't it happen? Why much more people are dying by alcohol, guns, motor vehicles, poverty, hunger, famine, man-made biowar agents, and wars? Is this development? Is this progress? Right through the 300 years of capitalism fueled progress, we forgot to carry one thing. The one thing that actually brought us and brought us together as humanity up until that point from where the 300 years of chaos started. We forgot to carry on giving. Not the Rockefellers and Sharps of the world. No, they started giving after making parts of the world poorer. Actually, their acts were not giving acts at all, unlike the ones that people with little or no means do every single time when need knocks their souls, and it does often. The last couple of years have been kind of turning the idea of development on its head years, where people suddenly found so much time to peer into the technology and social media driven lonely bubbles and were scared witless out of the comfort zones to start looking for alternatives desperately. So, I raise a toast to the prodigal children of our great Mother Earth to return to the long forgotten art of giving, one that heals, starting from 2022. All it takes is a thought followed by an act on what is ecologically sensible development and how am I going to support it personally. Let 2020 be remembered by history not as a decade when earthly beings were running scared, but as the greatest decade of giving back to Mother Earth. Moves have already been begun here and there by influential stakeholders who have started questioning the green cost of growth and how the great capital is going to account it and be accountable for it. Let us strengthen these and much more such acts. 8 years left to call the curtains on this decade. 8 long years to craft a path of giving that will lead us and our future generations out of the rabbit holes we have been digging for ourselves so successfully for so long using more and more sophisticated tools. Here is to a great start to the decade of giving. Happy New Year! Happy New Giving Year, my dear friends. Make your presence count. Love you all. Stay blessed.